Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to yet another weekly analysis. So, for this video, we'll be concentrating on the same pairs. The thing is, you need to understand that we do not on here. We do not actually have to delve on other pairs. Because we cannot find opportunities on the ones we are currently trading or we trade mostly. Then we go look, start looking for opportunities on the quotes. It's what I'm saying to you. You have to stick to a particular amount of pairs so you can master them. That's what this is all about. That's what I'm saying. So moving forward for this week, we're going to be making a short video because it's very simple for this week. For this week, we're going to be rinsing and repeating what we had done last week. Break, retest, entries from the left shoulder, little insights like this, will help in the long way. So for this week, we have the first pair we have is Cadjpy. Now on Cadjpy, we can see that we are highly bullish. We can see from the weekly structure. We've been analyzing Cadjpy for the longest time now. For a couple of weeks, we've been analyzing Cadjpy, and it's been what bullish. That's what I'm saying to you. It's been bullish, higher, 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 low, higher, higher. If you look over here, there's a Fibonacci area here. A good trade is about to take place. So on the daily time frame, you can see that we are at a demand level. That's what I'm saying. The price is at a demand area of interest right here. That's what I'm saying to you. And we are looking. It's looking like we're about to form a double bottom. If at market open, we have a bullish engulfing to the upside of some sort. By the end of Monday, you know this would record as a double bottom, and that would be very good. You see what I'm saying to you? So moving forward on the 4 hour time frame now, how can we execute trades like this? When do we have to enter? What opportunity can we take in the market? If you draw a counter trend line like so, you will notice that we've already cleared the counter trend line, right? We've cleared it and we tested it, and that was the spike to the downside that we saw on Friday before market close. You see what I'm saying to you? We've had a retest of some sort. Not just only a retest, but it is looking like it's forming the left shoulder. You see what I'm saying to you? It's looking like what? It's forming the left shoulder. And then when we get the bullish and go for the upside, this would register as a head and shoulder because it will be the break of the neckline of the head and shoulder. It is not a head and shoulder, or it is not a chart pattern until it breaks. You see what I'm saying? Until it breaks the neckline, which is this area right here. So what I do normally to execute trades like this, I set a limit, and I'm not saying you should do this, but it works for me. I set a limit at the left shoulder, right? I set a limit at this area, and then my stops come below the head. You see what I'm saying to you? My stops come below the head, and my target is at this level right here, and that would be my first take profit, and then I would most likely hold it all the way to the upside. It depends on how I see, it depends on what I see. See what I'm saying to you? So let's see how it goes for USD card is basically the inverse of Cadjpy. It's what I'm saying. I'm looking at sales. I'm looking at buys at Cadjpy. I'm looking at sales at USD card. Basically the inverse. So on USD card, the thing is, whenever things like this happen in the market, people tend to think, oh, the market is against them or the market is manipulating. The thing is, you need to understand, to be able to beat these things that happen in the market, you have to follow the trend. Following the trend is the only way to solve the market questions. Following the trend is the only way to solve these equations. That's what I'm saying to you. So by the time you follow the trend, even the news is going to be in your favor. You know what I'm saying? By the time you follow the trend of the market, the overall trend, not the 30 minute trend, not the 1 hour, not the 1 hour trend, not the 5 minute trend. I mean the overall trend from the weekly time frame, from the monthly time frame. That's what I'm saying. By the time you trade in that direction, even the news will be in your favor. Yeah, it might spike a little bit here. You see what I'm saying? But the news will be in your favor because of where your stop losses will be at, because of where your entries will be at. You see what I'm saying to you? So the full top down analysis, for on the weekly time frame, we can see that we are creating lower lows and lower highs. Well, like I said before, whenever you see a spike to the upside on the weekly time frame, that might be a break of structure on the daily time frame. It is clearly a reversal into the Fibonacci area of interest on the weekly time frame. If you bring out the Fib tool, we would notice that we're having a weekly Fibonacci retracement, and these things happen every time in the market. The same way the daily time frame will have a retracement, it is the same way the monthly time frame is going to have a retracement. The weekly time frame is also going to have a retracement. These things happen. That's why every time frame have a different story to tell. The S&P 500, for example, was bearish for a while. That's what I'm saying to you, having a reversal for a while. But people might be thinking, oh, the American economy is about to go into recession. Now you can see the stock market is up. The S&P is going up. You see what I'm saying to you? Why? Because if you go on the monthly time frame, you will see that all that happened was a reversal on the monthly time frame. A short reversal, a quick reversal, a Fibonacci reversal. That's all that happened. Now the market is going to the upside. That's everything you need to understand. You see what I'm saying to you? So every time frame tells us a different story. You just have to wait for the specific time frame, that's about to tell a story to tell it. For example, the week time frame is what's telling us the story right now. It's telling us, oh, I'm having a very huge reversal. You see what I'm saying to you? All we have to do is wait for opportunities to arise to then continue selling to the downside. Continue was selling to the downside. You see what I'm saying to you? So on the weekly time frame, or rather on the daily time frame, we've had a retracement into this important area of interest that we have marked from the beginning. If you check the last videos, you will see that these prices have been here. On the 4 hour time frame, where we look for entries, we can see a head and shoulder. Now this was not a head and shoulder until it broke the neckline. It did here. Now it's a head and shoulder, and now it's retesting the left shoulder. You see what I'm saying to you? This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you. This is how I get in entries like this, and I get sniper entries. I set a limit at the left shoulder. My stop loss come above here, and then my take profits are around here. You see what I'm saying to you? So if you notice that the market immediately touched it and then fell, not just tapped it, it also touched it, it also retested the counter trend line. You see what I'm saying to you? So you can see that we have more things in confluence. Not just the left shoulder, but there's a counter trend line, and there's also support right there. So on the 1 hour time frame now, the market, you might have missed it, right? But I would have entered with a limit, but you might have missed it. But what you could do is wait for the market to come above. Now, it may and it may not, but it is very important to come into the week with a plan. You see what I'm saying to you? It may not, but it's very important to come into the week with a plan. I expect it to come above here back, to come here, to maybe put in a double top. You see what I'm saying? To put in a double top and then continue to the downside. And when it does, I will execute the sell. Now, if it does not put in a double top and it decides to, fall down with the momentum that it has gathered over the weekend rather. So it does not matter. When you get here, another opportunity will arise. The same thing to you. It's very important to know this. Let me see if interest can come from here, because after every trend line, I don't think so. I don't. I mean, it's possible to execute at this level. It's possible to execute after the break and retest of this level, but I do not advise it. But it's better to look at the look. It's better to make your decisions off of the higher time frame. That's what I'm saying to you. You may make your decisions in the lower time frame, but it's better to make your decisions off of the higher time frame areas of interest, break of counter trend line, these type of things. The counter trend lines on the weekly time frame, they hold stronger than the ones on the 1 hour time frame. That's how it goes. That's what I'm saying. So the higher the time frame, the more important, the more delicate the decision will be. You see what I'm saying to you? You cannot take a 30 minute decision into the week. Nah, it's impossible. You need to take the weekly decision, the monthly decision, the daily decisions into the week. That will broaden, your point of view. You see what I'm saying to you? So moving forward, we expect Gbpusd to keep going to the upside, right? We expect Gbpusd to keep going to the upside. You can see we're having a very, very huge momentum right here. The monthly candle is about to end, and we would analyze it together, and we see that the overall structure of GBPUSD has shifted bullish. The overall structure, everything has shifted bullish. Everything. That's what I'm saying to you. Meaning the dollar is you know is weak against the pound. So everything has was shifted bullish. So on the weekly time frame, you can see we're still bullish, and you can see that we have not gotten an evidence of a reversal yet on the weekly time frame. What do I mean by that? When you're about to see a reversal, you start seeing red candles. You start seeing rejection candles. You see I'm saying red candles, rejection candles, just like so around here, just like so around here. You start seeing rejection candles, then you can plot out the Fibonacci to and expect it to happen. It may not, but it is important to what plan it. It's important to what plan. Now I expect the daily time frame to retest. Now this retracement, I expect the daily time frame to retest. Why? Because I can see a rejection candle right here. Some people might call it an exhaustion candle. You see what I'm saying to you? A lack of momentum. But I expect the market to begin to reverse. I expect the market to begin to reverse because I see a red candle that shows lack of momentum. No more that there are no more buyers that tell us that we're going to go up. But on the weekly time frame, it may just be a week. You see what I'm saying to you? On the weekly time frame, it may just be a candle week and then pull up to the upside. You see what I'm saying to you? So rally up to the upside rather, not pull up to the upside. I'm speaking nonsense. Sorry. But so moving forward, now you can see how perfect this looks on the Fibonacci tool. You can see that, yeah. The 60 and the 50%, they also line up with our intended area of interest. And that is very important to note. Very important. And you can see that our extension also line up with our extension from price action. You see what I'm saying to you? You can see how important this is. These are added confluence. These things they tell us, okay, yes, if we were 60% before, now we are 80%. That's what I'm saying to you. Now you can see, and I need you to understand something, right? The market will always repeat itself. History repeats itself. You see the way it consolidated around here. The same amount of consolidation. I bet you, if you count the same amount of candles here, it is likely the same. It is what likely the same. The same amount of consolidation right here is the same amount of consolidation right here, and the same amount of consolidation we're about to have here might as well be the same amount of what consolidation we've had here. The market is going to come down. It's going to go up, right? And then it's going to come down again. You see what I'm saying to you? You see the way it happened here? It went up, came down, went up, came down again, went up. See, it went up, came down, went up again, and then it came down a lot. You see what I'm saying? So I expect it to happen. Now, would I take the first trade when it comes down? Of course, I'm going to take the first trade because I took the first trade right here before. You see what I'm saying to you? I took the first opportunity it gave me right here, and I need to get out around here because because of the impulse I had calculated on the 4 hour time frame, I need to get out at TP 100%. I got out. You see what I'm saying to you? It came down again, and another opportunity presented itself. Now it's going to happen again. It's going to come down. It's going to go up. It's going to come down again, and it's going to go up fully. That's how it's been happening, and that's how I expect it to repeat itself like that. Now, it may not happen. You need to understand this. It may not happen, but it is important. I repeat the third time. This is the third time I'm saying this on this video. It is important to have a plan. You cannot come in blind. You cannot wake up in the morning and trade. It's a skill. You see what I'm saying to you? It may not happen. So, but it's important to have a plan. A madman with a plan is better than a foolish man, a wise man without a plan. Trust me. That's what I'm saying to you. So on ADS, the ADS is one of those pairs that I like, but it's kind of sleek. It moves however it likes. But ADS is looking proper. It's looking good. It's looking ready. The weekly time frame is bullish, having structure already. I like seeing structures on the chart. It's very important to me. It's very important to me. So higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, very good on the daily time frame, right? But we're having issues in breaking and retest this level. That's how strong this level is. 65,500. That's how strong it is. You can see right here, 65,500. That's how strong it is, right? We're having issues breaking it, but I expect the market to break and to retest on the 4 hour time frame and then continue to the upside. Then it's going to come back again for the daily time frame retracement. It's going to come back again for the weekly time frame retracement, and that's how retracements happen. Retracements happen on all time frames. If it happens on the 4 hour time frame, rest assured it's going to happen on the daily time frame. Rest assured it's going to happen on the weekly time frame, and also rest assured it's going to happen on the monthly time frame. And you may even be lucky for it to happen on the same price. That's what I'm saying to you. So, for instance, the 4 hour daily, the weekly, excuse me, the 4 hour, the daily, and the weekly and the monthly, they may all happen at 65,500, and you're gonna come here about 4 3 times before it gives the final push to the upside. You see what I'm saying to you? And that's how we catch trades. That's how we catch recurring trades, beautiful trades. Because why? We follow the same plan. We follow the same strategy. We expect the same thing to always continue happening. You see what I'm saying? We're not expecting something different. I'm not expecting the market to go up, break, retest, and sell to the downside. No, I'm expecting to go up, break, retest, and buy to the upside. Same plan, same strategy. So that's all for this week, and I hope and I pray that you love follow your trading plan. That's all that there is. That's all we have. This is what I'm saying to you. We do not have the market on our side, my brothers and sisters. We do not have them on our side. The only thing we have on our side is the Lord and the plans we have made. You see what I'm saying? That's all we have. That's all we can control right now. Sometimes you may not be able to control your feelings, but by the time you have a plan down and say, okay, if I have placed 2 trades in a week, I cannot trade anymore. You see what I'm saying? Not because you don't want to make money, not because you're a sissy or you're weak. You see what I'm or you're scared to execute, but because you have a plan. Trust me, your plans will save you more than it will help you lose. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you may miss opportunities with your plans, but trust me, there will be times where you may take a loss and you will beat yourself over it. You see what I'm saying to you? So it's important to follow your plan. Keep following your plan and keep following your plan. It's going to make you more money along the line. You see what I'm saying? It's going to help you along the line. This week, let me tell you a story, right? This week, I have 2 accounts, right? I took 2 trades on one of the accounts, right, and I took just one on the other account. Now I had an opportunity to take on the other account, which I haven't taken one trade, which I only took one trade in. Now, would it be wise for me to then say, all right, since I have one more trade left, I should make it free on the other account that I've had 2 trades in, and I make it two on the other? No, I'll be lying to myself. I'll be breaking my own plan. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that trade hits my stop loss. So at the end of the day, I have saved myself from exorbitant losses, extra useless losses, because why? I followed my plan. Now, what if it had gone and hit my TP? Would I beat myself over it? No. Why? Because I know I followed my plan. The markets are going to always be here for us. That's what I'm saying to you. It's going to be here. It's been here before we were born. Some of the markets They've been open since the 17th, since the 80s. That's what I'm saying to you. So all we have to do is to follow our trading plan. Keep following our trading plan. It's going to work out. I promise you. Yeah. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice week. Ciao, ciao.